Good morning, Wadsworth. How's everybody doing? Joe, answer it.
Fantastic.
Good. I always like to keep him awake. Yeah. I'm Jeannie Parrish with the Wadsworth Area Chamber of Commerce, along with my most debonair co-host, Joe McNeil from Westfield Bank. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Debonair again. That's the second week in a row.
Okay. Do you want me to say stunningly gorgeous?
That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's mix up the adjectives.
Okay. Here I am, Jeannie Parrish, along with my stunningly gorgeous co-host, Joe McNeil from Westfield Bank.
Happy to be here, Jamie.
Okay. Oh, we just laugh all the time. Yeah, it's a good thing. Okay, boy, do we have a great program for you today. We are here with, first of all, we will start with Christina Boyert-Weigand. Did I say that right, Christina? Yes. The Boyer I've got down pat. Christina I've got down pat. Weigand. Yep. Okay, good. And the reason that we asked you to come today is you're our Emma's mom, and everybody feels in Wadsworth, and I'm sure in everywhere, Norton, of course, and that Emma is our Emma. Yeah. Yeah, because we've been praying for her constantly. And we're here with Joshua Bachman. I did that right, didn't I?
It was close enough this time.
How far off was I?
Bachman.
Oh.
Yeah. It's German. It doesn't look like it's pronounced that way.
No.
All through school it was Bauman, Bauman.
So it's a
Bachman.
CK.
It is.
Bachman.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
like Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Little BTO.
Was that how it was?
It was, but he was being nice. You weren't anywhere close. I mean, you got the B right, basically.
Well, we'll just know him as Joshua.
There you go.
Okay, Joshua is the owner of 4 Vans Auto Service and Tire Pros, and has been a huge supporter of our Emma Strong. And so we have a fundraiser coming up with to support Emma, but we're going to find out a little bit about Emma because Christina, you have done an amazing job with posting updates because everybody's been praying for Emma and worrying about her, talking about how she's doing, and it seems like every one of the milestones that she has hit, everybody celebrates.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's nice. It's nice to have. I kind of feel like like you said, she's kind of everybody's daughter. I share her with everybody, and
you do.
We share the highs and lows, and everybody kind of goes through that roller coaster with us, and so it's been a great experience.
Okay, well, I know that we've been keeping up with Emma, but I think it'd be kind of interesting to know about Emma when she was a little girl.
Oh,
yeah.
Emma is. She really was the cutest, kindest, most generous kid. She would always, be the first one there to cheer you on, to do, whatever you needed to do. She was always kind of the social butterfly in our family. So we all kind of have our own spaces in the house, and she was kind of the person who would go and invade all those spaces and, get everybody kind of talking and get us all together. And, she just really was kind of really the center of the household.
Oh, that's so nice, because usually you think of it as the mom.
Right.
So you had a pretty easy job there, Missy.
Yeah, yep, I did. I was very blessed, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now tell us about the other things that she was involved in, because we've all seen the cheerleading pictures.
Yeah.
But I'll bet there were a lot of other things that she was involved in too.
She did her tumbling. She volunteered at the elementary school, so like for the PTA, the parents could leave their children. She'd babysit the children. She was a youth cheer coach for the younger kids. Anytime she could, volunteer for something or coach something with cheer, she was always, the first one to do it. Even we were like, Emma, take a break. You cheer so much, and then you do the youth cheer and things. And she's like, no. She was always like, go, go, go. So yeah, she really enjoyed it and really, being involved in the community and with little kids. She loves little kids. So.
Now, and I'm sure she had a boatload of friends.
Oh yeah. She's very fortunate. She has some really great friends who have been by her side through this the whole time, and she definitely made her impression on people, and she's just a great kid.
And she's still making a huge impression on people.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of those things that, you always hear about parents talking about, oh my gosh, that if you were to ever get a call like you received about it changes your whole life. but you know what? It changed a lot of lives too.
Right.
Yeah, for people that never even knew of an Emma.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and what a gift.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you're on the side of it not being such a wonderful
Right.
gift. Yeah, but I'm sure you have found out many, many things about yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely been a learning process through all of this. And, you know, our goal with some of sharing Emma's story is that, you know, what we've had to learn, unfortunately, the hard way, hopefully will help others so that they don't ever, you know, have to learn it the hard way like we did. So, you know, we've shared our story to help others and also to kind of bring awareness to, you know, asthma, you know, whether it be well controlled or not, should be taken seriously. It can kill you. I, as a mom of I have two children that have asthma, had no idea that asthma could kill somebody until we went through this. So it was very eye-opening for me to go through something like this and you know, for them to tell me like she has 6 to 12 hours, you know, till she passes away. It was just devastating for us because we, you know, our whole thing was, you know, give her an EpiPen, give her, you know, anything. You have medicine. We're, you know, modern day, like, and to know they stand there and say, there's nothing we can do. So it is definitely, you know, a very real experience that we don't ever wish on anybody to go through, but definitely hope that our story, you know, will help somebody else and maybe bring more awareness to it.
Now, what do you think was the difference between somebody that uses an EpiPen and then how extreme it was for Emma?
So initially we thought that it was they said asthma allergic reaction.
Okay.
So initially we did think it was an allergic reaction. Her normal response is to throw up, but then we later found out that she threw up when she was intubated, so it wasn't because she had thrown up prior. So then it was more towards the asthma. She had a severe asthma attack. Her throat closed up. And so when they were trying to bag her, they couldn't get any air into her because she was so constricted. And so she had a loss of oxygen for, they know, at least 10 minutes from the levels that she was at.
Okay.
So it ended up becoming an anoxic brain injury, which at the time we had no idea what that was. We didn't know how different that was from a traumatic brain injury versus an anoxic brain injury, which that is, you don't have oxygen to the brain. It affects the whole brain. You know, traumatic brain injury is usually a part of the brain. You can relieve the pressure, because I kept saying bring her to surgery to relieve the pressure, and it's not like that. You don't, you know, it damages the brain because there's lack of oxygen.
Because I would think you would probably, like, your logic would step in, like, bring that medicine on.
Right, exactly.
Bring that cart over here and give that girl something.
You're right.
Yeah.
The awareness piece is something that I think is important, and you've obviously done a fantastic job with communicating everything that's happened, because there are a lot of people that know other people that have asthma, and nobody, I think your statement is true, you just don't realize how serious it can be. And just for other people to be able to know what signs to look for or what to do when that happens, I think has been, that's what I've really gotten out of everything you guys have shared. I think you're doing a great job of raising awareness, which is commendable given everything else that you've had to be dealing with.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. And I think the emotional roller coaster has to, I can't even imagine, you know, just one day great, and then, you know, we're making some progress, and then the next day maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But boy, you guys have held up amazingly well. Of course, we haven't seen you on those bad days, but you look good today.
Oh, well, thank you. But I mean, again, you know, when we have those rough days, it is nice to have the support and the encouraging words that people, you know, comment on, and, you know, to be able to kind of fall back on and realize, you know, where we've been and where we are now is, you know, sometimes we even myself, my husband the other day had to say, hey, you know, I know this is a bad day for us, but remember where we were just a month ago. So, you know, you just got to kind of put things in perspective, and that, you know, just from where we are to where we are now is just, you know.
So tell us where you are now.
So, you know, Emma's progressing every single day. She's doing so well, and she's doing her therapies. She's determined to do those, you know, to get through it, whether she has pain or, you know, just, you know, anything. She will go through it with a smile. She listens to music in her therapy. She sings. That kid sings throughout the whole therapy. no matter how hard she's working. So she really is, I mean, she's just incredible. So every day she's getting better. She's learning more in speech. She's casted right now in her arms and legs because she's contracted. So they're trying to get more movement out of her hands and legs. And so it's called serial casting. They put them on for a week, and then they change the degree of her hands and her feet for another week, and it kind of continues until they get her to what they call a neutral position. So, but every day she's getting better. She's doing something new. So.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're really blessed. So.
And you've probably had wonderful experiences at Children's Hospital.
Yeah, I mean, their therapy team is excellent. Their rehab team has been phenomenal. So we've really been blessed. I mean, the nurses, they're really amazing. I mean, they kind of, it's hard when you've lived there for 4 months. It's hard for them to not become part of your family. So
Sure.
we're really integrated with them, and even from the PICU team there, those nurses have been amazing, and they're always kind of the ones who were advocating for Emma. Were telling us, we keep doing this, keep doing that. So it's really been an amazing experience there.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I've always felt we were so lucky to have Akron Children's Hospital so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I said as an adult I would rather go there than some of the adult hospitals because they really are, very honed in and excellent at what they do.
And they probably sent social workers to talk with you.
Yes. Yeah.
And that had to be a comfort.
Yeah. They have some really, really great social workers there that have really kind of guided us through. We have 2 particular social workers from the beginning who have been there every step of the way, and they've been amazing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that just warms your heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of therapy is she working on?
So she does speech, occupational, and physical therapy. She goes from the morning into the afternoon. She gets a break in between, and they increase it. She's up to 5 hours. They'll increase it to 6 hours. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
she
a
works
lot.
hard.
Yeah.
She does.
She's
she
gotta
works
be
hard.
exhausted
Yeah,
at the
she
end.
is.
Yeah.
And they really, with that type of brain injury, sleep is very important. So she gets usually a 2-hour break in between. They'll try to get her, so that she'll sleep there. And then she's done at 4, and she's usually asleep by 7 at the latest. I mean, she'll usually fall asleep around 5, 6 o'clock. So.
Oh boy, I like
Yeah.
those hours myself. I think those are pretty amazing hours. So before all of this happened, what were her future plans?
So she was looking to be she was actually in the compact for athletic training.
Okay.
So yeah, and she was gonna follow in her sister's footsteps and look at dental hygienists. So she really, that was kind of her goal, so.
I wonder if her plans will have changed.
Yeah, it'll be amazing to kind of see where she goes from here. So I think with her, the sky's the limit, and she's determined enough to, work her way back and get back to where she was.
Oh boy, she has just done a fine example for anyone.
Yeah.
No matter what the age you are, which I'm 37 now. Okay, I might be lying. But anyways, what a fine example of, and your family coming together.
Yeah.
And that had to be it, because I'm sure that now that you're not so close to the time that this happened, that you're able to find some blessings.
Yeah.
Along the
definitely.
way.
We definitely, even the beginning, I mean, we were blessed that so many people came together and helped us and prayed with us, and that was day 2, and they kind of did that on their own. I had reached out just to my friends and family that were on Facebook and said, please pray for us and pray for Emma, and they did a vigil, and kind of it sparked from there and went, and everybody, prayed, and it really, I truly believe, is what kept Emma here, because no medical science explains why she's still here. So.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's her future now? What's the next steps going to
So
be?
she'll continue through the inpatient therapy, and then they'll look at a day therapy. So where their goal is obviously to get her home. So she'll progress. Her next level will be where she goes to day therapy. So it's an 8 to 5 program, very similar to what we are in now. It's just not in the hospital.
Okay.
So we'll probably from there kind of determine where she's at, and when that happens, what we're going to do, and then she'll continue that program. Probably I imagine into the summer. So as long as she's showing progression, they'll keep her in it.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And she is showing progression.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long was it before you actually left the hospital?
We, I still basically live there. It's funny because my husband I'll be like, when are you coming home? And it'll be, I'm talking about at the hospital. He's like, did you just call the hospital home? And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm still there all the time. I've left there probably now maybe like 7 times.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
and so I stay with her 24/7 pretty much, so.
Oh, God love
Yeah.
you. Yeah, so this is like a field trip
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, it's always weird when I'm like driving because I was like, should I be driving? Because it's been a while. So,
Oh my gosh. And what a relationship you have with Emma. I'm sure it was close before.
yeah, she, how can you not love her? I mean, she is an honor to be her mom, really. It's more of a privilege for me, and she's just amazing, and her outlook on everything. I mean, that kid, I can't tell you how many times she says thank you to people who are coming in and out of the room. They're giving her medicine. She's like, thank you. And even, they say, oh, Emma, you're doing really hard work. She's like, thank you. And they're like, no, thank yourself. You're the one doing all the hard work. So she really is a great, great kid. So.
Joe, I'm going to shut up because I haven't let you
No,
ask.
you're doing a great job.
Oh. Okay, well, let's
You always said I'm just here to look pretty.
Yeah,
So,
he is.
the
He's
pretty
my
face.
arm candy. Okay, so we got a fundraiser coming up, but first, and Joshua and Rebecca are behind this fundraiser. But first, we want to talk about the things that you've done up to this point before the fundraiser, the other things that you've helped the family with.
Early on when we heard about it, Christine and I actually went to school together, so that's how the relationship, we haven't seen each other in 25 years, but it's amazing when something like this happens when you've got small communities. I graduated from Norton, very active within Wadsworth now, and when we heard about it, our initial reaction is always, what can we do to help? What can we do as a business? How can we be a center focus? So immediately we tried, we worked with the GoFundMe Foundation on that you guys had set up on that, and started offering opportunities to make contributions. And we were just a drop-off point at the beginning of that, and it was amazing how many people would come in, and they'd come in with a little bit of money, and you'd put it in the envelope, and then each night we were making donations to that, and we raised, I believe we were close to $15,000 to $20,000 the first go-around.
Wow.
On that, and we basically, each time somebody bought a set of tires who made a donation, we were matching donations at different times. So we've always felt that if there's something we can do within a community to help support, that's our responsibility as business owners, I feel. And as a chamber and everything else in Wadsworth, we had a lot of other members coming in and making donations and working through that. We've done a meal or two at the Ronald McDonald House, which we're a sponsor of. They do a
Very
tremendous.
nice.
In fact, I think next month we have another dinner we're putting on there. So when we heard about, as we talked with Christina, we knew at one point as Emma comes home, there's going to be a need for modifications to the house. She's going to need 16, 18 hours a day of care. So we knew that, and they were kind of trying to say, well, how are we going to address that? And they started looking at addition and some ramps and stuff for wheelchairs. So initially the fundraiser was going to be focused on that. And then as that plan started, you had another organization step in and said, hey, we've got a lot of volunteers, we've got some people, we've done some disaster relief. So they kind of took on the bulk of that responsibility on working with that. So at that point we realized, well, there's going to be medical care and there's going to be financial needs for a long time to come. A lot of times I always feel when these disasters happen or tragedy happens, a community will bond around somebody for a short period, and then everybody kind of forgets about it. But the person or the family, they're still dealing with those for a long time to come. So that was one of the reasons we kind of felt, let's continue this progress, continue the support, and with Christina's daily updates, it's worldwide how big this situation is. So we just felt, let's draw the community together, let's put together a dinner, a fundraiser, some reverse raffles and so forth. So that's the next step in the progress.
There we go. So that's coming up on April 3rd.
Correct.
Yes, doors open at 6 p.m., dinner's at 6:30.
Yes.
It's at the Galaxy, and you can go to Vance Tires to purchase tickets online?
Yeah, there's an online spot that will take you to the link to buy. There's individual tickets, there's table tickets. We're also looking still for a few more baskets on donations.
Okay.
We're going to do silent auctions, some live auctions. We've got a number of different things that have been donated by other members within the community.
Something tells me there'll be a set of tires there.
There will be at least one set of tires on that, correct?
Yes, I just had a feeling that there would be.
Yes.
Yeah. And so tickets are $60 for an individual, $100 for a couple.
That's correct.
I just bought my tickets a couple days ago, so that's how I know that. And then also that great Jeremiah Widmer from Q104, he's a morning DJ. He lives here in Wadsworth, and kids go to Valley View. He's going to be the DJ for that, and he is hilarious. He's good, and he's hilarious. Yeah, so you know it's going to be a fun night. And you know, and I don't really, when Rebecca first started talking about it, I never felt it was like, oh boy, we need to help Emma because she's in a bad spot. I felt this was a celebration of how far that she has came, that she's going to be able to go home and just needs a little help getting there.
Right.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm excited to be part of that celebration. Yeah.
Yeah, Vance Tires, Josh and Vance Tires, Rebecca, they've done an amazing job. I mean, they really have kind of, from the get-go, been part of this and really helped us out a ton. And we're really grateful. I mean, Josh and I, like he said, we haven't seen each other for 25 years, and he really kind of stepped in and said, hey, what can we do? Let's do this, and really kind of just, it had a huge snowball effect, so we're so appreciative of that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So anyways, I'm excited. Now, what if people want to donate? What should they do? If they, say, oh, I've got this great idea for a live auction item. I've got a condo in Aruba that I would like I would like to donate a week, or anything.
Yeah, they can reach out to us directly at Vance Tire. I'll get them in contact with Rebecca. We'll slot those different gifts. So I mean, we'll continue to update that on our webpage and on our Facebook, where we're at as far as attendance. Our goal is 300 people.
Okay.
So that's what we've got. Well, you can buy a full table. Any donations can come through us. And then the baskets, the reverse raffles. We're looking forward to a good event.
So it doesn't have to be like a big item. It can be something that's just people think another person would like to bid on to help bring Emma home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm liking that. Yeah, I love a good celebration, and frankly, this is a good celebration.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, so I just have to ask, because this is the way I am.
Yeah.
The boy that she went to homecoming with, was that her boyfriend or just a good friend? I'd like to know these things, Christina.
She actually
Inquiring minds
didn't
want to know.
go with a boy to homecoming. She actually went with a friend to homecoming.
Okay.
So she actually had pictures with her brother prior for homecoming.
Okay.
So,
well, he's a good-looking chap.
Thanks.
Now, and I have to tell people too that even though you're a Norton girl, your parents are here in Wadsworth.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we have strong ties to Wadsworth. So, yes.
So your parents are, Dr. Mike Boyer and his cute little wife Jenny.
Yes.
Yep. And I need to say that because we're both in Lions together. Doc Boyer, we call him. Yeah. And I would be paying $1 if I didn't say that. Yeah, because if you make a mistake. Yeah.
And $1, that's a Coke Zero. You can't be forking those out.
I know, and especially, we've been hearing bad news about Coke Zero. So anyways, but we just so appreciate your spirit.
Thank you.
You're amazing. I truly would be in a fetal position in a corner. Yeah, and look at you. You've probably blossomed too.
Oh,
right
yeah,
along
definitely. So, it's been as tragic as it was in the beginning, it's just definitely been a positive experience with the community and the support and everything. And we are, we're forever grateful for everything everybody has done. Strangers, everybody. I mean, it's just been an amazing experience. And it has helped us get through some rough days.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
I think too, a lot of times social media gets a bad rap, but I think this is an excellent example of, I'm sure you've heard from people that
Oh,
you
yeah.
never knew, never met, don't even live in the state.
Yeah.
That from all over that have been following your story and
Yes.
you know, learning from you and celebrating with you and
Yeah.
praying for you. I'm sure that, you know, there are people that you probably haven't even heard of that are praying.
Right, exactly. I mean, we've heard from other countries and things like that, and it's social media actually has been a great experience for us because when we didn't have time to research things and stuff, we reached out and other people helped us. So, you know,
Nice.
strangers said, "Let
Nice.
me try to find out for you." So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been an amazing experience. So,
Well, we really appreciate your taking the time away from Emma today.
well, thank you for having us.
For this field trip to come see us in Wadsworth. And Joshua, we couldn't thank you more.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you very
for your caring heart, your giving heart, and Rebecca too. She's been in there plugging away.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys took a little side trip to Arizona for a business trip.
We did.
Yeah, but
All
Had to,
work.
had to
All
recharge.
work.
Had to recharge.
you have to recharge.
You know, and I don't think anybody's surprised at the fact that Vans is doing what they're doing because
Nope.
that's what you guys do.
That's what you
and
do.
You've done it a lot, so thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Very well.
Okay. Well, we will see you on April 3rd at the Galaxy, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Go to Van's Tires websites, Van Auto Service and Tire Pros website, and click on the link. It's an Eventbrite, so it's very secure. And we'll see you on April 3rd.
Outstanding. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good week, Wadsworth.